Hi, this is Zulu and welcome to the RGL CFMA training series, episode 7, pit entry and exit on Stadtplatz Reverse for the Bernese Alps, a new track for the season. And going into the pit entry is rather difficult. On the final turn you'll need to try and get over the right hand side, make a call early in case there are drivers behind you. Get on the right hand side of this white line as early as possible as you head into the final turn, because you'll need to approach this corner slowly to make the pit entry correctly. This will give those drivers staying on track an opportunity to pass you from the outside of the turn. And as we head around here, as you can see, due to the sun where it's positioned, it actually blinds you from the blend line for the pit entry. You'll see it just come from underneath the car just there. Now we're still going to be very brutal on this. You will need to make sure you're within the blend lines, can't cross over them, otherwise you'll receive a penalty. However, cars that are wanting to take the apex a little bit more traditionally, if you come into contact with any car that is in the pit lane or entering the pit lane, and you make any contact with that car by cutting through this area as the arrow indicates to get a better apex, you will be at fault for the collision. So you can do it, but it's at your own risk. And just another word of advice, if you approach a little bit too fast, as this car has, you're likely to cross this blend line too and receive a penalty, because if you overshoot this, it's quite likely that you could cause an incident for And so the pit exit is, we will go now looking at it from a different angle. This is the exact same footage but just from a different angle. So as you can see, it's recommended by the stewards to practice your pit entries on this track and a number of other tracks, as you'll see throughout these series. So remember, just keeping inside the blend line, and the other cars can make their way safely around. So that is the pit entry. Now pit exit's very straightforward. You've got your traditional blend line on the left hand side. Just watch out when you accelerate, it does give a bit of a kick back into the wall, so making sure you don't cross over the blend line as marked there in the yellow and now highlighted in red. So staying on the inside of that, and just making sure the track is clear before you try and move across for the first turn. And speaking of which, anybody abusing the berm on the left hand side here that's outlined in red will be penalised. And this sort of goes for any of the new tracks. If there's any areas where stewards feel it's been exploited before we can advise, people will be penalised. So, and this is one of them, so make sure that you stay off that berm during the start of a race when there's a bit of negotiation for space or avoiding a collision. That can be let go. But that is Stadtplatz Reverse. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.